skeleton. Not Privet's, thankfully. I hope this poor soul didn't die alone. Oh no, Privet! Wait, these aren't sheep bones. Maybe a horse? Oh, poor thing. Privet sash. I gave this to her as a present. Finding Privet's sash worries me. She'd never take that off. Unless she left it as a clue. She wants me to know she's here. The bones we found looked gnawed on, but none of them were sheep bones. So I feel confident Privet's still alive. What a horrible notion. You don't think they'd plan to eat poor Privet? How could anyone look into those sweet eyes and consider such a deed? Privet isn't food. She's a friend. But I must agree, very nasty. We know Privet came through here because we found her sash. But since we didn't see any sheep bones, they must have moved her. Let's search the caves over to the west. I know it's rude to rummage around someone's home, but they started it. From the archipelago to the mainland, everything is war and fighting. But it was my old worn gardening shirt. Trail of bones. Oh, still not Privet's. Fine. Bridge ahead. I bet the view is delightful. We must be close. Oh no, Privet! How could they put my beautiful friend in a cage? We absolutely must free her. Reunited at last! A cave exit is nearby. Come, Privet. Let's get out of here. Oh, my dear Privet. I don't know how I could live without you. I must say, and I don't usually speak ill of anyone except goats, but those Hadalids were awful. Didn't even bother to explain themselves. I'm thankful you came along to help. And Privet tells me she appreciates you as well. No, thankfully. Her wool is damp and dirty, which I find offensive, but she's safe. I'll clean her right up in no time. Please, take this as a thank you from the both of us. I'm glad that not every High Island is so peaceful most of the time. That's why I like it here, a respite from all the chaos of the mainland. But recently there are Hadalids and rogue knights roaming the roads. And adventurers like you. Too much excitement for me. First thing, Privet needs a bath. She seems a little sad at the moment, but a long soak should fix that. Then I'll make us a meal. Ah, the simple plan. You were quite stern with them. Maybe the Hadalids caught the message not to bother their neighbors. If I see them lurking around again, I will just tell them they're not welcome. They fell for her charms, obviously. Who wouldn't want my sweet Privet living with them? She brightens every room, even a moldy cave. Maybe those Hadalids never intended to eat her. Yes, that must be it. She was never in...
Lost another one. Hey, patients can't go this far. Wait, you're not from the manor. Sorry for the stern healer voice. We have a crisis at Steadfast Manor and I'm frustrated. A mysterious affliction is weakening our patients. Steadfast Manor belongs to Lord Bacaro Valoris. He shares his home as a place of healing for both bot. Steadfast. I so appreciate. A soldier. Armin was one. Honestly, not as often as. I'm one of the. A soldier. Armin. Honestly, not as often as you. Quite majestic, isn't it? Lord Bacaro leads. Lord Bacaro believes, and.
You there! Can we speak for a moment? You look healthy. Walking about on your own. No shadows in your eyes. You're better off than most of the patients here, which means you're just who I need. Our patients have fallen prey. Ah, good. Then I can skip trying to convince you. But I promise to pay fairly should we succeed. I need to track down this affliction's source. Only patients at the manor seem affected. Sadly, very little. The menders stay busy tending to the afflicted, and the patients don't quite trust me enough to talk freely. So I need you. If you track... I'd suggest you talk to some patients who are feeling its effects. Try Arabil Vools by the fountain, or Malagi. He likes to watch the sea. Oh, and speak with Mender. I can give a first-hand report. The first symptom is the nightmares. I'm familiar with dreams of war, but these were somehow more horrible. I remember eyes around me, peering. Other patients have fevers and fits of shaking. Some become confused, believing themselves back on the battlefield. I had to subdue a dark elf who turned on a mender. Seeing the others like that, I hope that's not... Fortunately, no. I'm lucky, though I dread the day when it comes for me. The malady doesn't seem to strike the same way twice. That's one of the factors that has confused the healers here. The manor belongs to Lord Bacaro Valoris. He formed the Society of the Steadfast to work for an end to the Three Banners War. The Society brings wounded soldiers from all sides here to... I guess I'm the guard. Usually the patients mind their manners, or they're in too much pain to cause trouble. But we're all soldiers. When fights break out, I settle them, which means the other patients don't really open up. I fought for the Daggerfall Covenant. Even before the war, I marched under its banner. Now here I am, guarding this hospice as an unknown malady torments the minds of their fellows. I guess their suspicions are only natural. Like the others, I fought for my king, until I caught a spear in the gut. I laid in the mud for hours, before an orc shaman found me. She dragged me back to camp. I ended up in a Breton infirmary. A representative of the society came to my bedside. Told me about a noble plan to foster peace in Tamriel. She described how I'd recover alongside my enemies. I thought it sounded overly optimistic. Oh, I dream of peace, friend. I've seen too many friends killed, and too much blood spilled to wish otherwise. But I also know that the powerful crave more power, and they don't seem to do much of the fighting or bleeding for it.
I was told they weren't taking new patients, not until they figured out what's going on. Still, welcome to Steadfast Manor. I'd offer a tour, but I don't quite feel up to it. Haven't slept in affliction. A good word for it. I can feel it wearing away at my mind. After days without sleep, my thoughts are cloudy. I'm a shell of myself. Master Healer Verlaine only manages the symptoms. He sedates us or just offers comforting words, but he won't seek out the root cause. Rosalind studied this affliction. I thought I was never going to walk again. A wood elf snapped the bones in both my legs. How the little fellow managed it still baffles me. And again, I was carried to the healers, but they had to save their magic for the mortally wounded. So I got wooden braces and some bark to chew on that dulled the pain. My bones healed all wrong, made walk somewhat. Master Healer Verlaine was frank about how I'd suffer more before I healed. They had to re-break each bone and slowly knit them back together. But the pain lessens. I was a true believer from the moment I heard of it. I felt no hatred for my enemies. I only fought as I was ordered to. I like the idea of learning about other peoples. Now, my mind is slipping. Something is spreading among the patients. It makes us lose ourselves. I have to think it's a deliberate attack. One of the other alliances is doing this to me. We're not close, but I respect her intellect. With her knowledge of alchemy, she could do anything. She chooses to comfort and heal people. Aiding the weak isn't a choice I would make. But now that I'm in need,
Such a calming vista, yes? The sound of waves lapping at the shore always used to bring Milagi peace. But now, Milagi feels like he may jump out of his fur. Fear ripples through Milagi, as if he faces battle again. This one believes so. Milagi was beginning to feel strong. He planned to return to his family in Riemann. Then, at dinner one evening, Milagi could not catch his breath. His heart pounded, his vision darkened. Mender Roslin is a master of alchemical remedies. She mixed a powder into Milagi's tea that calmed the storm. Yesterday, Roslin told this one she might have a cure for his sickness.
Oh, bother! Milady's gotten herself into terrible trouble. You there? I hate to impose, but I'm in something of a pickle and could use a modicum of assistance. Do you happen to have any experience dealing with ancient curses? Yes, of course. Milady always says I misplaced my head if it wasn't attached. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the curse. My mistress, Lady Laurent, was hired to help prepare this site for some important meeting or another. Then disaster struck. Well, usually I'm the one who stumbles into trouble, but this time Milady found the old chest. It was so unlike her to open it herself, and that's when she activated the curse. I'd gladly give you my annual stipend if you help me. Oh, thank you. You've lifted a great weight off my shoulders. Come along. Lady Laurent is along the southern coast. Do prepare yourself. The curse has made Milady a different... Well, I'm far from an expert in such matters, but it started as soon as Milady opened that old chest. Lady Laurent immediately changed and started acting like an ancient sea captain. She's certainly not her you, because as soon as she opened the old chest, her posture changed. She started to swear like a sailor. Claimed she was the captain of a great sailing vessel and ordered me around like a lowly deckhand. Mostly because the sea captain rambled about the curse of the islet and the curse that binds his spirit, etc., etc. Made the hair on my neck stand on end. To think there's someone in there with Milady. Oh, it's very troublesome. You've never heard of the famous historian and treasure hunter, Lady Clarice Laurent? Some of the most important discoveries of the age can be directly attributed to Milady. As for me, I'm just her humble manservant. Now, about... Not very much, I'm afraid. He's boisterous, confident, and rather bawdy, if I'm being honest. I detest him, and I can't abide such a depraved individual taking up residence in my mistress. It's unseemly. Come along, and you'll see for yourself. Technically, it's an islet. All Flags Islet, to be precise. It has some historical significance, but that's more Milady's area of expertise than mine. Just that, I noticed a lot of historical plaques scattered about. They talk about the All Flags Navy, which I think was rather famous in its day. The Society of the Steadfast hired Lady Laurent to preserve the site. I couldn't say. I'm just a meager, put-upon manservant, after all. I may have heard a mention or two about influential visitors and an important discussion, but I didn't really pay much mind. Lady Laurent keeps me very busy. Lady Laurent was hired to preserve any items and structures of historical import and make the islet safe for the upcoming meeting. They knew they had a problem with undead, but they never mentioned anything about an ancient curse.
You opened my old hope chest? Oh, that's not good. Lady Clarice Laurent. I'm Lady... No, I am someone else. Captain? Is that you in there, my love?
Ah, first a curse and now a ghost. Oh, talk to Lady Laurent, please. I'm much too upset for rational discourse. Please, my friend, you talk.
My darling Jan, seeing you makes my loins stir and my... Ow! Ugh! Get out of my head! Is that... Oh, what a ridiculous question. Wait, who are you? Did my hapless manservant actually manage to find someone willing to help? Oh, good. I seem to have an... It's the sea captain. Stibbins and I were exploring when I spotted this hope chest partially buried in the sand. I usually let my manservant deal with such things, but for some reason, I felt compelled to open it. That's when I remember my ship, a proud vessel, and my valiant crew. There was a storm, I think, but I can't remember my name. Ooh, interesting. My body didn't have... Why, I'm Captain... Captain... Kinnereth's arse sits right on the tip of my tongue. Well, never mind that. Come, Jan. We must hither to the big tree. I promised to meet you there, and now that I have a body, nothing can stop me.
Oh dear! Follow Lady Laurent. She's in no condition to walk.
Begone, brother. I plan to dock with my lady love, and this boat has no need of a third oar.
Brother? Third oar? Milady, you're confused.
Ah, there you are, my turtle dove. Come to me, my darling. I've missed you so.
The ghost woman. She's inside you, friend. The captain thinks you're her, Talk to Milady and play along. See what you can learn.
Ah, fair Jan. How I've longed to hold you close again. You were never far from my thoughts, even while I sailed across the stormy seas. And here I am, just as I promised, back from the war. You tease me, my little vixen. You know I am a captain in the magnificent All-Flags Navy. Perhaps the best in the entire fleet. Ah, but I do enjoy our little amusements. What game are we? Alas, that is the nature of war, my dearest. Those Sloane are terrible creatures. But know this! Every time I set sail, I do it for you. I cannot abide another day with my love and... Now I know you jest, my sweet. To my crew, I am captain. But to you, I am... Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ah! Get out! Ugh. Yes, it's me. At least for the moment. Take my useless manservant and go to the lighthouse. The plaques there tell the story of... Off with you! Take Stibbins and investigate the lighthouse. I'll be along in a moment. I need to compose myself. It's clear that this randy sea captain has strong feelings for the ghost that's inside you. Maybe we can use that. Let me ponder. No idea. But I could see her inside you while the captain was at the helm, as it were. She was giving me... him, the puppy dog eyes. Very disconcerting. Anyway, you do realize it's taking everything I have to keep that foul-mouthed, lascivious sea captain at bay? Go read the plaques and learn the history for yourself. Or maybe you can get...
Oh, yes, the lighthouse. Nation. Examine the historical plaques and see what you make of them.
Ah, the old lighthouse. I remember it well. Ah, yes, the Thracian plague. Terrible. I remember the Baron Admiral of Pointon. Excellently. Ah, what a sight. When the first ships of the All-Flags Navy sailed into the upgraded harbor, I was aboard. So many lost. But even as my ship sank beneath the waves, Tobin Moorcroft. I know that name. My brother. Yes! Yes, the Master Builder was my brother!
Oh, this is all that wretched scoundrel's fault.
Oh, the ghost woman! Oh, at least she's no longer inside you, my friend. See what she wants. I'm much too frightened to approach any such apparition.
I read these plaques all the time, but I never remember a word. Just that history has forgotten my love. And even I can only remember bits and pieces. Until today. I remember that he was a cad and a coward. A sorry excuse for a man. He was my beloved's brother, and the master builder of the All Flags Memorials. He carved the names into the garden plaque personally, but not like... I remember only glimpses, like a shadow moving across a wall. He was a sea captain, tall, strong, proud. He called me his little turtle dove, his safe port in a storm. The All Flags. Yes, I think that's right. That's what it says on these old plaques. Oh, I wish I could remember more. It's the curse, I fear. Gets into everything and... Tobin. Yes, I refused that snake's advances. I was grieving, in shock, and in pain. And he demanded I betray my love for another man. How could I? It was too soon. You must help.
The inn? The building at the center of the island? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go look.
remember this place. Jan and I shared many pleasant encounters beneath this roof before I set sail with the fleet.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not.
Lady Jan seems to think one of us is someone untoward. Talk to her, my friend.
No, Tobin. You cannot offer me a drink. And I have absolutely no intention of dancing with you. I'm here with my captain, and I have no patience for the advances of his foolish younger brother. Away with you, foul.
Jan is mine, little brother. Go play with your hammer and chisels. My sweet deserves a night to remember before I set sail from Port Sargo.
A night to remember? But anyway, Port Sargo. That's the old dock on the eastern shore of this very islet. With Port Sargo, somewhat disconcerting, as long-deserted places tend to be. But there's a plaque. See what it says. The pristine halberd. The captain's name has been scratched off the plaques on the pedestal and on the wall.
Here to see me off, little brother? How, Baron
Admiral.
After years of preparation, we're finally ready to show those slug bastards what for. My ship was one of the first to join the fleet, and today it's ready. Give the word and we'll set sail on the Why, just the finest warship ever to set sail from High Rock. Surely you remember the name of... Why, yes, of course! The pristine halberd! The pride of the Breton fleet. We've helped protect this rock during the long years of buildup. Now we're ready to be the instrument of vengeance. Just as you planned. The captain? Why, I am the captain! My name? Why, I'm Renwick Moorcroft, captain of the pristine halberd and proud member of the All Flags Navy. Out! No, I'm Lady Laurent. He's Captain Renwick. Why haven't you broken this curse yet? I'm not sure how much longer I can fight on.
Captain Renwick Moorcroft, my beloved's true name. You must add my beloved's name to the main garden monument before we forget it again.
Not my big brother. So proud, so famous. But not anymore. I made sure he'll never be... Stibbons? What a ridiculous name. I'm Tobin Moorcroft, master builder of the All Flags Navy monuments. My work, unlike my brother's, will be remembered. Everything on Monument Islet. Well, I had help. Apprentices, assistants, laborers. But the design and the fine detail work? The finest hammer and chisel in the world. I paid a small fortune for the enchantments, but you'll never...
Out, you vile creature! Never fear, I'm myself again. And better yet, I know where this Tobin hid his tools. I saw it while he was inside my head. To the graveyard, my friend! I saw in Tobin's mind. Dig there.
No, Not my tools. Dig somewhere else.
You have the tools? Quickly, carve my beloved's name into the plaque at the Memorial Garden. Once his name is added to the central monument, we will never forget him again.
The memorial?
A dedication ceremony? For me? How exciting!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft of the pristine halberd. Place my beloved's name where it belongs.
Oh, you do it, friend. My hands are shaking. I'm so nervous.
Well done, my turtle dove. You saved my memory. Now we can be together for all eternity.
I did have a little help, Renwick, my love. Now come, my darling. We have a lot of catching up to do.
My big brother, the famous sea captain, wins again. How typical.
Stibbins! Why do I think this was somehow your fault? Oh, never mind. You, come talk to me. Did that really happen? Did I have the spirit of some ancient all-flags Navy captain residing inside my head? My memory is all a jumble. How do I feel? Like some virile man was stomping around inside my body with his oversized boots and manly urges. It was unsettling. And, if I'd be... Oh, never mind that. My manservant wants a word with you. But please hurry. I have a task for
Oh, thank you, my friend. I never would have been able to save Lady Laurent without your help. Oh, yes. Of course, the effects may linger for a time, but the worst of it is over. And we righted a wrong of history. Captain Renwick Moorcroft's role in the All Flags Navy has been restored. But how is Lady Laurent? An urgent task? Oh, well, nothing ever changes. But I live to serve. Here, my annual stipend, just as I promised. Thanks again for saving Lady Laurent, ending the curse.
Come here, my manservant. All this foolishness...
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Bah! I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them. Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them. They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they...
The alliances are falling. Systems designed to turn nation against nation.
Welcome. You stand amidst the Circle of Champions, a guild formed to test the great... Well then, let's see what you're made of.
ladies. Hello there. I am Rigard. Sometimes... Rigard leads Glow. Yes, yes. They are delicate.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans.
Not you!
Someone ought to
I'm
do
sorry
this.
about like I...
And she remembers me. I must have committed great... You found... I think...
with nature's glory and guide us on our path. Dance free with exultation.
Hail, Fred. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers?
A rogue band, not specifically.
Her waters spring forth green, blue skies alight with sunfire, bowed into blessings three.
Just that they're Malkin. Something else, newcomer? Ordinary band. Might as well.
Can't take those stairs like I used to. Maybe I can run the kitchen instead.
Who wouldn't want... You have... Oh, sure. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room.
Seek your questions, sky's blessing as you roam. Let nature lead you onward, three boons upon you sown. Blessings of Ephraim, blessings of Ephraim, blessings of Ephraim.
You have... Excellent. You won't hope the room is to your liking? No, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Oh, what a relief.
What sickness came unto our shores from across the Abetian sea?
Sailors. You in that wake.
That all was lost, but...
Jobs for gold.
Work for hire!
You're a new face. Must be... Oh, you missed it. Sometimes this is... We've been having issues with lava fissures. Easy as... Remember, wayload... Oh, you misunderstood. Curiosity with a dash of fruit.
House du Fort seeks able Marines to drive the... Seeking a commission with the Honorable House du Fort? We need able hands to rid the Sisters of a menace we've endured. We are prosecuting a war against the Dreadsail pirate fleet, and the Admiral ordered me to gather as many capable fighters as I can muster for a landing party. Need about a dozen, all told.
You return, and with the idol. Place it here, and I shall call forth its light. Place the idol here, and I will invoke the rites to call forth its light. Mother Kinnereth, this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea. I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships. Aminos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed. The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
Shoot a seabird just after it snatched a fish.
Can you help me? There's been a terrible mistake. I'm with the Daggerfall Covenant diplomatic mission, but this guard doesn't believe me. I'm not what he thinks I am. Rigard, he got me into this mess. Last night after dinner, we were talking about our favorite places in Rothgar. He disappeared into the back and returned with a bag. I left. On my way home, this guard stopped me. I told him what I thought about that, so he frisked me. It turns out the bag was filled with skooma. I didn't know, I swear.
You'd better talk to the guard. Olganash won't be
I'm
able
sure
to pay
Olganash
his share
spun
of
you
the
a
damage
sad
he's in
tale.
prison.
Criminals will say just about anything to avoid going to prison. He even told me he was a diplomat. Hope he's got a better story for the city magistrate. If I had a gold coin for every criminal who tells me he's got friends in high places, I'd be a wealthy man. Word of warning, Mainlander. Make false statements to an officer of the law, and you'll be in front of the magistrate too. I'll free Olganash if we catch the criminal who refined the moon sugar. There's a smuggler named Burjack Catalan who hangs around the Ancient Anchor. We're sure he deals in skooma, but we haven't been able to prove it. He's the criminal I really want. Follow Burjack Catalan and find where he keeps his contraband. I'll need you to bring me proof he's got skooma. We've tried to arrest him before, only to come up empty-handed. I saw Burjack in Gonfalon Square earlier. If you're in, start there.
You are very clever, friend. Just find Berjack Catalan's ill-gotten booty, and I'll get my scepter back. It's simple.
I can't believe... can't believe you drank our entire...
The bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been gotten there in any number of ways.